Hey everyone, I know that yesterday was really confusing with coding, so I wanted to kind of make a new video today to kind of walk you through it slower, and then you have it to kind of replay. So I'm going to start by walking you through HTML, which we remember is the building blocks of every website, and then I'll throw in some CSS, which is the styling language. And we will start there, and then you'll have this video forever to use as you need. So I'm going to do this in DreamWeaver. You can really use any coding program. DreamWeaver is just what we have because we all have Adobe Creative Cloud. I have a lot of websites in here, so hey, Sophie, keep it down. Okay, create new. HTML. My dog is chewing so loud behind me. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So HTML, that's the document we're going to start. So I'm going to create. All right, let me get in here now. I don't need this to worry about. I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm just going to close the whole tab group. Okay, cool. Now we have a lot of space to work. There. So let me walk you through this line by line, okay? So I'm going to get rid of all this junk in the middle. So here's what we have. We have HTML ending HTML. So remember that our HTML starter tags are always carets. This is how you close it. This is how you start it. Remember that. Oops. DreamWeaver will finish it for you, or it won't that time. I probably have that turned off because it drives me nuts. So, first off, doctype, HTML. This is telling your browser to pay attention. You're going to be reading HTML. This is the beginning and the end of your document. I'm going to put that in here. I'll post this on the blog so you have this to work with. So I'm going to say, I'm going to put this up here. This is just a comment. So what I'm doing right now, and you can see this all turns gray, is I'm making a comment in the code that won't actually show up to anyone but a developer. So it'll only show up if you're looking at the code. It won't show up on the front end. So I'm just going to put beginning of website. End of website. Okay, so I'm going to go and paste these back in here. So you have two sections when it comes to HTML5. You have your head and you have your body. So now this is really confusing because this head here is not actually the header of your website. This is just the heading of your HTML document. Right in here is where you're going to put all of your metadata, which is basically like if you want to import any fonts, or if it explains the HTML you're pulling from. If you're pulling from any external styling styles, wow, it'll be put here. So you have your heading of your document and you have your body. This body right here is where your HTML and actual coding you want to show up on the front end. Everything here will affect everything here. So let me do. Now what's happening here, I'm going to put these notes. Metadata and CSS. Header of HTML, or header of, yeah, HTML file, and that website. No, my video's not done. Thank you, though. Okay. So I'm actually going to put that where that actually belongs. X, which is right here. And then I'm going to put end of metadata and CSS. Don't put anything beyond here. Okay, so we've got this, which is just saying character set. This is telling the website what to display. We're not going to worry about this. Title. As we remember, this is what's going to show up in our document. So I'm just going to put Kendall test site. Save. Desktop. Ooh. All right. We're going to get like really stuck. Oh, I'm going to have to reboot this. Okay, cool. Maybe it worked. I'm going to open it in Google Chrome. And you can see there's nothing here except Kendall test site, the title right up here. Okay, so we've got the head of your HTML document. Head. So this is where our CSS is going to go. I'm not going to worry about CSS right now. I made that mistake yesterday, so I'm just going to collapse this. Oh, that collapsed the whole thing. Okay. Hopefully it'll let me collapse that a little bit. Okay, so body. This is the body of your HTML document. Everything we put in the body shows up on the front end of the website. So we are going to do HTML in this body. HTML does not go in the header because HTML is the building of a website. It goes in the body. It's the building of the front end of the website. So head is for coding languages like CSS, JavaScript, and your metadata, as well as your titles. Things you don't want to show up on the website, but you need them there for the website to function. Your body is going to be your building blocks of your website. This is where your HTML is going to go. This is where your header is going to go. This is where whatever you want on your homepage, this is where your contact form is going to go. This is where basically anything is going to go. So let me make that note right here. HTML, oops. HTML starts here. This is the beginning of your front end. There. So body. I'm really going to walk you guys through just throwing a landing page together. We're just going to throw a website together today. I'm going to build it all out with HTML, and then we're going to style it. So that could be interesting. So here we go. So div. Let me see if I can find a really good explanation for what a div is. Let's go to W3 schools. We're going to learn HTML. Basics. We got all the stuff that's on here. If you guys want to learn HTML deeper than what I teach you in this class, this is a great resource. This is how most people learn HTML. Okay, yeah, cool. So we have this. I'm going to actually find an actual div. So let's Google this. What is a div? Div tag. I knew H3 schools wouldn't let me down. Okay, cool. The div tag defines a division or a section in the HTML document. So div is like a Lego. I mean, we can use it anywhere. So remember, I'm going to read this again. A section of HTML, often used as a container. Using CSS, we're not going to worry about that. So cool. And remember I talked about cross-browser compatibility? Div is God with that. Okay, cool. So we're going to jump back in here. So I'm going to make a div. And it closed it for me automatically. So I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to put this here. Beginning of the website. Front end. End of the website front end. So remember that back end is all of our coding behind the website that makes the website function. Front end is everything that makes the front of the website function. it's the design. So we have our first div, and basically with designing websites, we work on, oh, that's so annoying. We build it in blocks, as I've said before. So here's your first block. And this block is going to contain everything else. This is the box that's going to contain our entire website. So we have our div right here. I'm going to put the header code, which is going to contain your header. Above that, I'm going to put nav, which will be your main navigation. Down here, more, I'm going to put, I think it's body. Let's see. HTML, HTML5, intro, support, new elements. Perfect. Header, footer, main. Okay, I'll use that one. So everything you need is right here. If you guys just take some time and study it, you'll learn it. Cool. So I'm going to use the main element. So this is going to be the main body. Inside, we're going to have, let's see, what do I want on the inside? I'm going to put, ooh. Now, these things you can see that it's like time, summary, sections. These work much like H1 through H6 and P. It just allows Google to kind of read what's going on in your website. So this is coding language for your browser and for Google and things like that. So I'm going to use, I think, just sections. Cool. So inside of our main, we're going to have section 1. We'll have section 2. And we'll have section 3. So now we have this all set up. Let me put my footer in here as well. I should probably check this. Oh, I'll check it in a minute. Okay, cool. So footer. We've got our footer, our main, our header, and our nav all inside the box. So now we are, oh my gosh. He wants to go north. Okay. Separate this out. So we've got navigation, we've got header, we've got your main section, we've got your footer, all inside of our main div. Now let me show you, we have all this HTML in here, right? Let me show you our website. Still nothing, because we don't have any styling and we have nothing inside of the actual div, so we have no type. But if I went, oh my gosh, okay. So if I went into the header and I was like, hello world. Boom, little baby website. Hello world. So you can see that the HTML doesn't make things appear themselves. You have to put type inside here and you have to put styling. So like if these sections in main had like a background color, so like if I went style, again, so now we know that style, I'm doing inline CSS right now, background color, let's do black, and then let's go ahead and do a height because there's nothing in here, so we have to give it a height of, let's say 40 pixels. Cool. So we remember nothing was on the screen, and now we have this. So here's your div. So here's the background color black. Because there's no styling and there's nothing in there, without it, it doesn't show up. So I'm going to get rid of that. I guess it's just going to keep working even though I'm offline. Oh well, okay. Hide. All right. Hello world in the header. Navigation. Okay, let me show you how we do our navigation. Let me go back to W3 schools, and we're gonna go down to somewhere. It has to be here somewhere. Oh, look at this. Header, navigation, section, article, aside, footer. Cool. That shows you right here. I'm going to look for navigation, W3 schools. So what navigation on the web is it's actually just a list. So it's just an unordered list that we style to be this way. That's how we code it. So you'll see right here, UL, which means unordered list, LI, which means list item. So you're wrapping your list, you're telling the browser, hey, I'm about to make a list, read it as a list, and then here are my list items. So let's try it myself. See? Home, news, contact, about, and we change it in here. So I'm literally gonna do this in my navigation. We're gonna go UL, again, unordered list. We're gonna do list item, and we'll do home. We'll do about, contact, blog. All right, let's see how our website has changed now. We've got this. Now, without CSS, we can't get these dots to go away, and we can't make it so it goes across like a normal navigation. So since we're only learning HTML, I'm just going to leave it like this for right now. And I'm going to go back. So we know that we have our navigation and we have our header. All right. I'm going to put a little note right here so we remember that this is called an unordered list and list items. So this means it is the beginning of the main navigation, which actually, you know what? Let me put that in the proper place. That's actually right here. Beginning of the main navigation. And we copy and paste this because this is the end of the main navigation. Cool. Unordered list and list items. Perfect. We have our header. Hello world. Just for fun, let's put a little button in here. So I'm going to go div. Click here to see stuff. There's my call to action. So let's see how this all looks now. Right here. This is your website without CSS, just HTML. So you see that I wrapped my button in a div because it's going to be a section or a division of the website, not to be confused with an actual section. It's just going to be a button. I believe you can also do like that, but I prefer divs. There. Oh, warning. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Okay. They're gone. I fixed it. Okay, cool. So let's go here. Let's do our first section. Let's have our first section start with an H1, which again doesn't have to necessarily be your biggest. It just is your most important stuff. But just for the interest of learning, it's going to be your most important or your biggest. Okay, cool. So covered in dog hair. Okay. I have a meeting at 10, so I better hurry this up. All right, we're going to call this Title 1 of First Section. For this one, we're going to do H2, Title of Second. Oops. Second section. And then we'll do H3, Title of Third Section. Okay, let me show you this in our website now. So what's happening here is Google Chrome has an automatic way to read 1, 2, and 3. So that's why it's a different style right now. And then in our sections, we will probably also want paragraph tags. So let me organize this like it's HTML. So here, I'll just put lorem ipsum. Every time you hit view in browser, it's going to make a new tab, by the way. Let me just quickly grab this. Lorem ipsum. Copy. We're going to put this in a p tag, which you remember is paragraph. So let me just put this in here. Oh, yeah, that doesn't work. Duh. Paragraph tag. Here we go. We have the beginning and the closing tag there. So I'm going to put the same thing over here, which is inside our section. There you go. Boom. All right. We're going to do that here as well. Header 3 of the section. We're going to drop that P in there. There you go. So now we have our main, which closes here. So this is our main body. And we have these 3 sections or articles, which are interchangeable, kind of. So here's what our website looks like now. These are just words and boxes stylized without any color or anything. You'll see how much this can change once we put CSS in it. So website 1, let's go ahead and put some stuff in the footer. Cool, so let's just do, I'm just gonna do the P tag. Again, option G for copyright 2019. We'll put Kendall Web Design 1 Spring Semester. So this belongs to us. Cool. I'm not going to worry about anything else. We'll just make a real janky website here. So there you go. That's what HTML did. Here's your HTML site. I'll start a new video and we'll start adding CSS to this, and you can see how this can change.